Good morning, everyone. It's Luna Bell. Y'all, I'm starting late. And y'all, I did a channel, a lesson with Mary Magdalene yesterday. And I didn't realize it until about 24, 26 minutes, 28 minutes into it that, I was like, oh, I was jabbering for almost that long and being led to a message. Being led to. That's how it normally is. And y'all, I am a victim and survivor of, RICO, hate crimes and bullying. But I've had my inheritance stolen. Estates that were left to me by my late husband and my late in laws. I inherited everything. I also have a copycats, bitch, multiple of you. I'm so fucking tired of y'all. But my identity was stolen. My intellectual property, people even trying to destiny swap and shit. Y'all was so fucking stupid. And I'm hearing the words karmic justice. And I know people, they had both of my TikTok accounts banned. And y'all, I'm not going to restart on TikTok. Why the fuck? I'm just keeping my YouTube. But I will tell you that there are people on their public social media platforms on TikTok who are openly bullying and participating in fucking hate crimes. Now, I have been referencing and been speaking my truth, and I refuse to shut up about it. That at Dave 1979 is actually connected to the corruption and the stolen inheritance and the estates left to me. That this is actually in the billions of dollars, and that he and his family are tied to the Morgan Stanley Company in Atlanta, Georgia. Actually, it's his family name. Their family legacy that they run this company. This is their company, the Morgan Stanley Company in Atlanta, Georgia. This is one of the biggest corruption, RICO, hate crimes ever. That I have been targeted by a corrupt group of individuals that ain't fucking Christian. They call themselves Christian, but if you're a Christian, I don't want to be you, bitch. Period. These are hate crimes with the intent to steal my inheritance, my identity, my intellectual property. I'm a psychic medium and I've solved multiple. Hold on, let me get a better grip on that. Neutral, please. I have solved multiple murder and missing persons cases. Actually, they're working on one, investigating one now that was a local Amber Alert in our community. Okay? I actually told them, and it was actually, I have been monitored, watched on all avenues, illegally by people with all my devices, and illegally recorded audio and video surveillance in my home. Every room in my home, every moment of my life has been recorded for years, illegally by people. But there are also people of our law enforcement or whatever in our country and international communities as investigative forces that have been monitoring and watching this surveilling me, okay? They have been surveilling the people that have been illegally surveilling me in even my private moments, okay? Everything, even my shower and personal time, bitch. I can't even whack my pud without it being, watched and recorded and sold on the dark web. I'm a victim of some of the worst human trafficking and corruption ever, and it's linked to at Dave 1979 and his family that owns the Morgan Stanley Company in Atlanta, Georgia, that has the responsibility of life insurance policies, but also of estate management and asset management companies, and that belong to me. These were the inheritances and estates that are almost $6 billion in total that they have stolen from me. They have stolen my identity. They have stolen, and that Dave 79 has helped from the very beginning since I've been on TikTok. He has befriended me that long ago. This is how long he's been planning to steal my identity, my inheritance, my money, my very life. It's been multiple times, but also my intellectual property. I'm a poet. I have I have not published them, but he has published, has at Dave 1979 illegally published my intellectual property, my poetry. My poetry, over 100 poems that I have written that he's claimed. He's also called the ghostwriter. Has he also tried to destiny swap with me with Nutter Butter and Cryptic Fuck Bitch? Has he also participated in death magic with Cryptic Fuck Bitch for me? That they did death magic on me at Dave 1979 and Cryptic Fuck Bitch. Are they in fact bullies on their public platforms like I said they would? I predicted that they would do this. And also I did a truth spell that they would publicly admit on their public social media platforms to their hate crimes and their theft of my inheritance and my intellectual properties. Not just my poetry or my identity or my life story, but also my paintings and my work as a psychic. That Cryptic Fat Bitch, you will never be me. Never. You can't even channel, bitch. Can she channel? Am I her first victim? Has she pretended and claimed other people's work and bullied them as well? And blocked or had their channels banned on TikTok? I'm not the first one. That she enjoys the attention, the hate, that she and that Dave 1979 work on a platform of hate and bullying people. They are actually committing hate crimes, but far worse than that. Far worse than that. And they were a lesson for me. Mary Magdalene did a lesson with me yesterday. And it was actually, if you listen to, I know it's an hour and 44 minutes long. Y'all, I did not expect that channel and that lesson to go on so long, but I'm grateful for it. Because and y'all could see as I go through the channel and everything, I actually hold the pendulum, but she actually, these are conversations with whoever I'm channeling. There's been Anubis, there's been Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, and I'm working on one with Thoth now. Y'all cannot channel the energies I channel. You can't handle the energy I channel. You're driving yourself absolutely slap dab mad crazy trying to, bitch. The energies, no, bitch, it ain't gonna happen for you. That's your lesson. But what she was actually taking me through and having me channel yesterday was a lesson in what Yeshua, and even Simon of Niger endured with the Judas betrayals, but also with bullying and hate crimes. And she pulls out passages from the Bible, from Psalms, as a matter of fact, referencing these things. And this is what she's continuing me. She started the lesson with the number 13 with me. And y'all, I'll tell you that Thoth was involved with that lesson, and Yeshua. I work with all of them, okay? And this is like a collective wide lesson that they are teaching me. This is Anubis. This is Lady Sekhmet, Ma'at, the Creator himself, Mary Magdalene, Yeshua, Thoth, even Lucifer, Archangel Michael. Honey, they're all here. I channel everything and everybody. But specifically, it was Mary Magdalene yesterday. And she's coming through, and the lesson started with the number 13. And today, I don't pull cards too often for myself anymore. I'm trying to break that habit. But this morning, I said, what do I need to know? Y'all, no, shit you not. I pulled card 13. 13. Fire spirit. And y'all, the wands kept coming up in fire energy with Lady Sekhmet. Lady Sekhmet, if you know, Amun-Ra's daughter, and she was birthed out of his anger. And she came through the land burning the fire of purification. She would destroy, burn everything down, just. And y'all, I read 2 of my poems that I wrote. And y'all, my poems are predictive of my life, okay? They are guidance and predictions from my spirit team. But this is card 13, the fire spirit, passion, purification, energy. And that's exactly what she was leading to yesterday. And Mary Magdalene was giving the teaching that even she, Yeshua, and Simon of Niger, the way showers, they were apostles of the Creator, the great I Am. And they themselves endured bullying and hate crimes. And she took me to the passages in the Bible showing me that. The next card that came, and I did a video before this, and I can't remember if I said it in this one or not, but these karmic lessons, and if y'all identify with the twin flame journey, or the divine feminine or the divine masculine energy, I am a divine feminine. And is Cricket Fuck Bitch a divine feminine? Is she a twin? Is she a true divine feminine energy? No. And what I'm hearing is the divine feminine energy is actually the embodiment of that. Now, is this something that we are created or born to be? No. It is the actual embodiment of this, the ideal of learning the thought processes and seeing the illusions and the mask of the matrix and breaking through that. And that once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Then you start to embody that divine feminine energy. Am I understanding that correctly? Y'all, and for me, I call her my man. So when I say my man, this is Mary Magdalene. Now, are some people true twin flames? Are there any true twin flames in the world? Is it a real concept? Is this something created by the Creator and not man? And I'm hearing rare. Is that correct? Are they very rare? I'm almost scared to look. Again, that word trepidation. Yes, but this twin flame journey, there are so many who claim it, and I myself did as well, but it's also a huge karmic lesson. It is a wrecking ball to our reality, to destroying the illusions and breaking seeing through the illusion and mask of, if you want to call it, the matrix system. And then the next card, and once you do, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once that wrecking ball has come through, and when you've had everything that means anything to you snatched from you, and for me, it was my identity, my family, my kids. I lost my husband. I lost my family, my children, my grandchildren. I had my inheritance stolen. I had my identity stolen. I had my intellectual property stolen. My poetry, people trying to claim my identity, my very story, the book I'm writing about my life, my autobiography. So they stole my poetry. They stole my life, and they're trying to write my book as theirs. And then they stole my damn paintings, and they stole my intellectual property as a psychic. All the unalivings and murders I've solved using my gifts and missing persons they have tried to claim as their own. Bitch, so tired of you. Fucking wannabe BOGO bitches. Anyhow, I had to go through all that to learn and have the wrecking ball of reality and the illusions of the karmic lessons destroy every thought process I had. For me to finally break through and see the mask and the illusions of the matrix. So what we have now, we have the Goddess Rising, card number 1. And it was 1544 there on the timer when I noticed that. The embodiment, the empowerment, and the awakening. What are you going to be now? And y'all, I'm noticing that it's like she's pulling this light up to her. And no joke, y'all, when I first started my reawakening after my late husband passed, because I didn't remember any of my gifts, and y'all, I am a victim survivor of MK Ultra, and still am. MK Ultra is still ongoing, and this is actually some of the techniques that the Darvo Rico corruption groups do, that at Dave 1979 and Marta and so many others employ. It's actually the techniques of MK Ultra. It's very effective. But anyhow, she is actually pulling up energy with her left arm, like the Mother Earth energy. And y'all, when I reference that, I work with very primordial energies. I actually do. She's the ancient earth energy in the very beginning. That's a very ancient primordial energy that I work with. But that Goddess Rising, what are we going to create now that we've had all the masks and the illusions torn away from us? What are you going to do? What are you going to create? We've already had the wrecking ball budge, and it's like, bam! Holy fuck. I'm the creator. I create my reality. What do I really want? And see, I'm also noticing that she's it's like she's clutching this like a blankie, kids with a blankie, like with a security blanket. Y'all, I have one. I've had it from probably the day I was born, but that resembles or represents that having emotional needs not met when you were young. But you're clutching that because you're meeting your own emotional needs now. You're meeting your own needs now, not outside of self. You are doing this, and this is something you and I cherish. You understand? We're like, fuck that. I don't want that nasty, dirty blankie that the Matrix has. Ick, you have the ick factor. Who wants that? I don't want your dirty dick. And I damn sure don't want no cryptic puppets. Bitch, I don't, bitch, I like dick. Just saying. That's my preference. Just, bitch, I don't like bitches generally. Especially you, Ickk. So, what's next? I done had the illusions and the wrecking ball. Y'all, I'm noticing this Dalmatian stone. And I'm being also reminded that all that glitters is not gold. And I also have a cinnabar crystal. What is the meaning of the cinnabar? Oh, shit. I'm kind of laughing here because there's one, he's a creator on YouTube, and it says Aries, and y'all, I am an Aries, and he says, this is a sign your awareness is being tested. No shit. Then it says for you from Instagram. Then the next notification is a 2023 photo dump, and I shit you not. It's a notification from a podcast that I solved. I did multiple Schmurder channels for, and they are actually part of my Karmic. And damn if it says true crime time. Justice is coming. Bitch, if you only knew. I'm fucking laughing. A pastor convicted, 3 bodies in 3 days. Wow. And y'all, I'm quoting this from the notifications that popped up on my phone. Y'all, I have not listened to this podcast in months. And so I don't know, it still pops up, but also it's the notifications and the like 2023 and the Aries and the fact that our awareness is being tested. Bitch, apparently justice is coming. And y'all, this flipped over. It says the hidden waterfall. Create a sacred space for peace and reflection. How do you find that peace and that personal spot, that personal sacred spot, to where you can have your own inner peace and your own inner reflection after all the Judas betrayals, after the wrecking ball of those Judas betrayals of the people like these podcast folk that stole my fucking work, my intellectual property. And y'all, it's been proven. I mean, there's physical evidence. Druid's Grove, strive for balance and harmony in all aspects of life. And I'm noticing that there are 3 people there. Okay. And I'm being reminded of the 2023. You don't want all these, do you? Show me. You want that one? You want these 2? Or do you want that one? So there's 3 people. We'll take 3 of them. Lady of the Lake. Set healthy boundaries to honor your needs and well-being. 2211. Absolutely. You have to enact or set those energetic boundaries. Bitch, the past is the past. Karmic is karmic. There was a wrecking ball for a reason. And that's what these karmic lessons are. There is a reason for them to do the Judas betrayals in your life. Not just for you, but for them as well. Are you going to learn the lesson? Are you going to see past the matrix? But you can also realize that not only was I triggered and awakened and had the wrecking ball, they keep showing me my pendulum moving, so I'm going to pick it up. Y'all, I don't like to, but I do and I don't, because in these conversations, they like to be shown that this is Mary Magdalene being channeled. This is a lesson with her. It's being long-winded, but that's me. Bitch, I like YouTube. I do. I could do longer posts. Thank you for confirmation. But we're getting the lessons we need. And these are lessons we all need, is having the wrecking ball of the reality and the illusions or the disillusionment of the matrix torn and ripped from us and our perceptions. And it's only when we do that we can rise as that goddess energy. So the next card, and once we set those boundaries and we're like, bitch, you got the Ickk factor, you're the fuck out of my little sacred stone circle here, bitch, and you are not getting into the water with me. Bitch, you ain't. Get the fuck out. But we have the stone circle. Find unity and connection with those close to you. You're going to start attracting your own circle of people, your own soul group, your own soul family. I don't care what you call it. These are people that are going to choose to love you and build you not up and not tear you down on a public platform, on a platform of hate. That's bullying. These are hate crimes. That's a platform of hate. That's the illusion of the matrix. Is that right, Mary Magdalene? Is the matrix a platform of hate? Is that the illusions in the mask of it, that it's just hate. That's the Matrix. It's a platform of fucking hate. And when you see that, but you can't unsee it. And that fire of purification and that goddess rising, whether you're masculine or feminine, you know, in your physical manifestation, thank you for confirmation. You're going to, once you're purified and you see all that shit, you're like, no, fuck no. You got the Ickk, bitch. The Ickk factor of the Matrix is that it's a gigantic social media platform of hate. The next card is Witch House. See, the thing about witches, and for me, witches, is I consider them to be the wisdom keepers, the wisdom keeper of old knowledge, that old knowledge that we all have. And I noticed it was 25 on my timer. Witch House, trust in your ability to manifest your desires. You're going to go within with what is intrinsically in self and listening to your guides and your spirit team, whoever that may be. And for me right now, it's Mary Magdalene and so many others. Yeshua, Archangel Michael, the Creator, Anubis, ladies, everybody. Who is your spirit team? Listen, choosing to listen to self and your spirit team. Being true to you. Being that goddess rising and creating your own reality. What choice will you make? Let's see, and these are the some of my shadow cards, and it's like shadow cards, and which shadow are you going to shatter next? What illusion are you going to destroy? Which thing are you going to go, you got the ick, you don't belong in my life or my creation anymore, because we are the creator of our own realities, are we not? Right? That's the whole point of this journey, is realizing our own ability and our own manifestation, an ability to create, is that it's intrinsically inside of us, not outside, inside. So how do you do that? Bet you burn it all down and you pour into self. You're not pouring out, you're pouring in. You're not giving all your love and everything away now. You've learned boundaries and everything else. Here, the Lady of Lake, I kept glancing at it, and it's the one I was thinking. Set healthy boundaries to honor your needs and your well-being. When you start choosing self, don't let people make you feel guilty for being true to yourself or setting boundaries. And if they bitch about you having boundaries and you going, but you got the ick factor and you do some ick, no. If people try to make you feel guilty for doing that, baby, that's a sign. Ick. Ick. Who's going to make you feel guilty for choosing to be true to you? The infernal contract or pact. The infernal pact. This is card 43. This is the naysayers. This is the haters. This is the bullies. These are the hate crime motherfuckers. This is the Matrix. The next card, and y'all, this is card number 1, and we had one, I think, from the other deck as well that had come out. I know we did. The Goddess Rising, the Crimson Sentinel, and I mentioned Archangel Michael as well, but I'm being reminded as segment that she actually represents the color red, but let's see. The Archangel Uriel is occasionally linked in alternative systems with Archangel Nathaniel. The color red symbolizes fire, divine service, life force energy, and sudden shifts in perspective. The red or ruby red color ray is most commonly associated with Archangel Uriel. His name means the fire of God or the light of God. The ruby red light connects to wisdom, service, and energetic spark needed to transform your life to overcome fear. We have nothing to fear but fear itself, like Martin Luther King says. That I'm also reminded of what he said, dare to dream. Dream a dream. Dare to dream. Now, the energy and action, spiritually visualizing red helps build self-confidence, vitality, and motivation to follow a purposeful path. The red angel ray is sometimes linked to the solar plexus or the root chakra, serving to ground physical and mental energy. Now, some of the things that I have endured is actually the attacks on my root chakra. Now, let's keep going because y'all, this is channeling out to be exactly what I've been channeling in the very beginning. This is card 18, the Abyssal Beast. Hold on. Here, we'll Google it. The 18th tarot card is the Moon, representing intuition, dreams, illusion, and deep subconscious mind. And it was in the reverse, so we're letting go of the fear and everything. And then we have the Veil of Despair, which is card 40. We're releasing all that. We're seeing past the illusions of the Matrix. The Matrix is nothing but the hate platform, the bullying that operates off of the Ickk factor of going, ha ha ha, it's you, you're this, you're that, da 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 da. Of people trying to make you feel like shit. Of people hating on you. Who the fuck wants that? Ickk. You're a bunch of bullies. That's what the Matrix is. That's what the Matrix is. And 3223, those mirror numbers. And it's mirrored back at you. So quite honestly, those people that gave me the karmic lessons are now on the receiving end. But they're also being awakened to their own truth, but also to the... And they're saying, y'all, sometimes I get annoyed when I see them, showing me this in my mind, because it's them going, pick it up, the pendulum, and let me confirm what you're saying. I know you don't need it, but sometimes other people need to see the physical movement of this in my hand being moved by something other than me, confirming with your own physical eyes what I'm saying. Is this their wrecking ball? Is this their karmic lesson in having their illusions and the mask of the matrix system that they themselves have been operating in? This is their awakening to the matrix. Their awakening to the truth of the matrix. And what I'm hearing is the truth of I am that I have always been. What choice are you going to make? Are you going to choose self and to start setting those personal boundaries and going, but you got the ick factor. Because you are going through the same process I went through. You're having all the masks and illusions ripped from you now. They're telling me to pick this up. Y'all can see my damn annoyance. And here I say that, my damn annoyance, and they take my eyes to the number 3. The number 3 is actually a very sacred number in spirituality, not just in spirituality, but also Christianity and in the Bible. The Druids strive for balance and harmony in all aspects of life. If you're surrounded by people on the hate platform and the hate matrix and the bullies and the it factor, and you don't know how to set boundaries, what choice will you make? So here we are again. Do we need any more cards? Because I reckon the gist of it is that all of you that thought you were stealing my inheritance, my identity, my intellectual properties, everything I've ever done on a platform of hate, that it's actually hate crimes. This goes beyond Rico and Darvo. These are actually hate crimes. Hate crimes against humanity. This is crimes against humanity. Human trafficking, the human suffering of the soul, that people are profiting off of hate because you enjoy the human suffering that you cause. Not just human, but to the earth itself, to yourself. Ick. Ick. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And you don't want it anymore. I want something different. So I've gone back to the drawing board. Is that another video? I think this one's gone on long enough. I think this is a lesson about the wrecking ball. Are we saying up the matrix? Fuck yeah. All right, y'all. Bon appetit, but ick. Ew. Ew. Ick. You got me ick factor, bitch. Bon appetit, Marta.